I'll blow this town to smithereens! Time bomb! Try to get up there in time, Spider-Man!
Watch me cut my web, Goblin.
Watch yourself fall, Silk Slinger!
Gotta stop the bombs in time.
If I don't get you, webhead, my diagnosis will!
Holy Hannah!
And you're running out of fluid!
Is this more action than even Spider-Man can handle?
Spider-Man, a video game from Parker Brothers, the one...
Hey, welcome back. Sorry, we had a little bit of a customer emergency.
Yeah, we like money. We stop for customers, so that's why you see my hand do this, because that's usually our sign for cut. Anyway, there ain't nobody else out there, right? Okay. Just making sure, you know, who ain't out there. Anyway.
I think I see him.
Shh, don't say nothing, because we don't want him in here. Anyway, we were discussing the worst of the worst this week, and you can't get much worse than this one. Well, DC, what are you thinking? Here's why it's so bad. 2 words: Rob Liefeld. Terrible. I mean, you know, him and Bob Harras must just have something for each other, because, you know, Bob hired him back in the 90s and just kept hiring him, just kept letting him come back and come back and come back to Marvel. Now he's doing the same thing at DC. The man has obviously little talent, and obviously even less talent as a writer. There's nothing good about this. I mean, I read it 3 times just to make sure there was nothing I missed. There's nothing any good in it. Same Rob Liefeld, you know, just like John Byrne. It's just the same. There's nothing new or different or exciting about it. Even the Lobo, which, you know, shouldn't look bad, looks bad. Pathetic.
Did you just really spoil the comic?
Yeah, Lobo's in it. I'm sorry. Lobo.
And the sad part is, I like Deathstroke. I thought he was cool as Shade in Teen Titans. I thought he was cool.
Yeah, he's a good bad guy.
True.
But anyway, we've just come to the bottom of the barrel. And by no surprise, anybody that's watched the last 4 episodes of this show
knows what we're gonna do.
Yep. The worst comic of the week. New Avengers, number 26. Oh, golly.
And the tag is one of the reasons, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. Avengers versus X-Men crossover. Woo-wee! Anyway, it's by the talentless hack Brian Michael Bendis. You know, this man by now has run out of some ideas, because this book right here is just a showcase of how not to write a comic book. Anyway, nothing says crappy like this book. You know, is this just where Marvel has fallen through the years? Just comics like this that have little to no meaning whatsoever? I'm going to ruin the story for you, young grasshoppers. That years ago, in Unlun Gun, whatever it's called at Marvel, where Iron Fist came from, there was another Iron Fist, and it was a girl, a redheaded girl. Gosh, do you know where I'm going with this? Redheaded girl, Avengers vs. X-Men, Phoenix Force. Phoenix Force. Oh my God.
Sad part is, I know who you're talking about,
oh,
and I barely read Marvel.
Phoenix Force. Anyway, that's the story. They're talking about a Phoenix that was before, you know, a Phoenix that was Iron Fist before the Phoenix, and it just goes from downhill from there. You know, Bendis does it again. This is another cure for insomnia. If you want to read a boring book, even more boring than
the first one?
Oh God. Then the Demon Knights this week. This is, you know, boring. And, you know, I had high hopes for guys like Mike Deodato or whatever his name is. I had real high hopes for this guy, especially when he was drawing like Wonder Woman with Messenger Lobes and you know, doing a lot of the great Thor artwork that he done in the late 90s. He was getting to be a good artist. Now he's just another lazy hack that just lets the computers do everything for him. Not only is he using computers, he's putting in, you know, a lot of computer enhancements like pictures and things. No, no, no. If you're going to draw comics, there's no reason to do that. If you're an artist, there's no reason. Nobody that is worth his weight as a penciler or an inker does this, okay? Marvel, this is why DC trounces you in story and artwork every week. You guys have no clue. It's just first of all, you hire the talentless Brian Michael Bendis to write an abomination like this, and then you wonder why nobody's reading your books. And although you're always in the top 10, which is, wow, that's because little kids out there don't know the difference between a good book and Spider-Man, between a good book and this, because all they see is the word Avengers across it, because they just went and seen that movie, which, again, Marvel, you ought to be ashamed for putting stuff out like this. And every week I gotta wonder, who goes to the mouse at Disney and says, we're gonna put this book out, and Disney can't even care, don't even care. It's like, well, okay, and that's it, okay. And anyway, oh my God, like I said, Marvel, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for putting these kind of books out and cheating kids out of their money and cheating the fans out of their money. I don't know anybody the only reason anybody would even collect this is for that Avengers versus X-Men, X-Men versus Avengers. Who gives a crap? Because nobody really cares anyway. All they're doing is trying to store it, hide it, put it back, and thinking that 6 years from now they're going to send their kids to college on it. You're not. So get over it. This will be in the 50-cent bin or the quarter bin at your local comics convention. I'd say probably within the next year. So if you're looking for investments, it ain't here. Anyway, it's terrible. I mean, it really is. And like I said, what do they do every week? They've got to be Marvel, these artists have to be going to the mouse and saying, this is what we're putting out. And I'm sorry, Disney just must not even care. They must just say, okay, well, we're making money on it, so what do we care? As long as we make $1 on, this, nobody, Oh my God. Bendis, Deodato, Marvel in general, you guys, again, should be ashamed. Nobody puts out Zenoscope stuff isn't even this bad. But anyway, as I digress, let's talk about the best book of the week, or the best toys of the week.
Oh. Transformers Prime? Never heard of it.
Really?
No, I have, but I usually forget what it's about. Because, well, I watch the movies. I'm not really the one for the whole animated series thing.
Well, I thought maybe, we weren't going to talk about the series. We were talking about the dolls and how they look.
Oh, I thought we were going to go with the series.
No. I've never seen the series. Although people come and tell me all the time I really need to see it because they say it's good. But these characters are pretty. I mean, this is Ironhide here, and you've got Evac. I mean, what do you think? For as small as they are, they're really detailed. They're real nice looking characters. I'm not a big Transformer person. I know you're not. You got a few at the house, but not that many. But these are like super sharply detailed. I mean, and they, from what I've seen, they transform pretty easily. I like it. I mean, they're like Ironhide. He looks like the Ironhide that I saw in the cartoons. And this one here, is that a Transformer? Is that an Autobot or
Autobot?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they look cool. I mean, if I was a kid, I'd be buying these up. I mean, if I was a Transformers fan, I think they're awesome myself. They're really cool looking little characters. And, of course, we're going to ruin it for you. We've got them for $9, and that's $6. So, I don't know what Walmart's got them for, but, you're welcome to come in and buy them from us. Anyway, what's wrong?
Well, there's one thing good about this. Since they put it together so easily, I will break them.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I don't have them all.
These don't look like they're too easy to break either. They look pretty cool. Looks like they've got a lot of, just like ball joints and stuff. But I mean, it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, those are easy for me.
Really neat. All right. And then what else we got over here?
Oh.
The pop vinyl.
Yep. Hey, it's Steamboat Willie.
Mm-hmm. You got all kinds of these little characters, and these are pretty cool too. I mean, I'm surprised nobody's really got out and started collecting these. They're pretty sharp. I mean, you've got like Lotso and
Let's see.
Mr. Incredible.
Jesse from Toy Story.
Yeah.
Let's see, who else? Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Hey, Jack Skellington.
Yeah, that's another one I'm surprised nobody's coming here and bought. But anyway, like I said, they're nice little characters. It's just they're just cool. I mean, even taking them out of the package, they're still neat. Of course, I'm not going to say that they're going to be like the greatest end-all, be-all. We're going to collect these and send your kid to college on them. They're not. They're just really cool little figures that for $8 you can't beat it. Anyway, we'll be back in a few minutes with some more stuff and tell you about the best comic you've never read.
Bye.